Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for joining me here today for a brand new pick a card reading. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome in. My name is Melissa and I am an intuitive tarot card reader. And today's reading is going to be taking a look at how your person is currently feeling about you. And of course, we're going to be doing the blunt AF version of this reading. So what we're going to be getting into in this reading is first, doing an energy check-in between yourself and your person, just looking at the overall dynamics that are at play in the connection. This portion of the reading is really going to help you guys to uncover whether or not you've chosen the right pile, okay? So once we get into the energy check-in, we're going to move into the next part of the reading, which is going to be how your person is currently feeling about you and about this connection specifically. Just as a disclaimer around this reading, you guys, the reason that I label it blunt is because I want you all to feel empowered by getting the most accurate information possible, right? I don't really feel like it serves you in your highest good for me to sugarcoat things. And if you're coming to this reading about a love interest, it's likely that you're needing clarity on the situation anyway. So my goal with this reading is to give you the clear, blunt energies that I see, whether it's good news, maybe not so good news, or just neutral, indifferent news. You get what I mean? So if you do feel kind of sensitive about your person, or if you're looking for me to like specifically confirm your own personal, feelings about the situation, I would just caution you that this may not be the best reading for you. So what I mean is, if you're looking for me to say something specific and I'm not saying it, I'm only going to say the truth of what I see. Okay, so just don't take it personal if something isn't resonating specifically to your situation. This reading is just meant to be a tool to help guide you. So what we're going to be working with today are 3 piles. We're going to do a lot of our shuffling on camera. It's going to be lots of fun. Starting here with group 1, this is the Modern Witch Tarot, and the crystal that we are working with on this pile is a rose quartz palm stone. For pile number 2, we're working with the Tarot de la Nuit, and this really beautiful spirit quartz. And then for group number 3, we're working with the Star Spinner Tarot and this beautiful clear quartz crystal. So I want you guys to go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your person. Go ahead and select the deck or crystal you're feeling the most intuitively connected to, really selecting with your gut instincts versus picking with your physical eyes. And once you've made your choice, go ahead and scroll down to the description box down below, where you will locate the timestamp that will take you straight to your reading. See you there? Hey pile 1, if you guys picked out this rose quartz with the Modern Witch Tarot, this is going to be your reading. First, we are going to start your reading with doing an energy check-in between you and your person. So what I want to say about this part of the reading, you guys, I'm adding this in today to see if I can help you guys pick your piles a little bit better, right? So as I'm getting into this energy breakdown, if the scenario that I'm describing doesn't feel like it resonates with your situation, then you may need to select a different pile, or it's always possible that there just isn't a pile for you, a message for you in today's reading too. So keep that in mind. Starting off here, we're going to take a look at the joining energy in this connection. So we have the energy of opposition coming up, and we have the energy of support. Okay. This is going to be you, my viewer, on this side, and your person on this side. So for you, my viewer, we have the energy of nostalgia and grief. And for your person, we have the energy of divine feminine, and we have the energy of surrender. Wow. Okay. I'm going to pull 1 tarot card for each side. So for my viewer, clarifying this energy of grief and nostalgia, we have the Chariot card. And for their person, clarifying this energy of the divine feminine and surrender, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So what I'm seeing right now, you guys, it looks like in this connection, you guys have potentially been going through kind of like a tougher aspect, if you will. There's definitely some friction here. I'm really noticing how there's like headbutting happening. So for some of you guys, you might have been like butting heads with this person recently or currently. But essentially, like, it just feels like they're just opposing there's like the card says, there's an opposition here. Like there's opposing beliefs or conflicting energies going on. I feel like we have one person that's more like wanting to keep a grip on this situation, or maybe like they're holding on to something from the past, whereas the other person is more like trying to just lean back and let things go in a sense. Like there's definitely like some friction. There's a conflicting energy here. I do feel like we have this energy of confrontation as well. So I'm wondering if you guys have recently had a moment with this person where you confronted the situation head on. Or if there's kind of like this underlying desire to do so at this time. I see that both of you in this moment are kind of like, this is talking about leaning on your inner circle during this time. So it's like through this conflict, I feel that you both are trying to gain support from others in your life. But I also kind of wonder if this opposition energy is not about you all really craving support from one another, you know? Because it's kind of like this energy of conflict can sometimes come about when like we both are just really wanting to be heard and validated and understood, and we don't necessarily see eye to eye, and our partner might not be validating us in the way we need or comforting us in the way we need. So I'm also getting that for some of you. So starting off here with your energy, group one, we have nostalgia and grief coming up. So I definitely feel like you guys are showing up as certainly like feeling sad about something that happened in the past with regard to this connection. There's a lot of like reminiscent energy where you're really thinking about the past, thinking about the good times, or maybe even thinking about something sad that happened in the past in this connection, something that you're not feeling totally happy about in the history of this connection. I feel like you guys are very focused on it with the Chariot card. I'm also seeing how like in this nostalgia card, let's take a look. Do you guys see how it's like the fist has such a tight grip on this chain? You know what I mean? So whenever I see this card, it feels to me like someone is very much like clinging on to something from the past. We have Cancer energy here with the Chariot, so that could be a sign of significance here in this connection. But I definitely feel as though like you guys are showing up as being very focused on whatever this is, because the Chariot is all about like, you know, having a goal that we're very intently focusing on achieving. I'm also getting that for some of you guys, this connection could be like a long distance relationship, because sometimes this Chariot card can indicate travel, right? I'm feeling like you guys as well might be feeling as though you need to make a choice as it pertains to this connection. Like I'm really being drawn to like the sphinxes here, the different colors. It's like knowing that it's time to choose what direction that we're going to go and just committing to it. Your person is over here with the divine feminine and surrender. So without a doubt, this person is certainly showing up as being like kind of just surrendering to the situation. It's like, I don't really see them as putting in a lot of effort right now. I don't really see them as wanting conflict at all. They're sort of taking a more passive approach to this relationship at this time. You know, this is all about kind of letting things go and releasing it, allowing the universe to take care of the situation. And the divine feminine is an energy of like leaning back. I think that your person might be someone who is more nurturing as well for some of you, because the divine feminine card can also talk about wanting to like nurture and care for something or someone. So I see that for some of you guys, but overwhelmingly this energy for me feels very passive. We have the Ten of Pentacles here as well. So this person, I think, does see you as like family in a way, like someone that they could be in a long-term relationship with, someone that they could see you building like a legacy with, someone that they could see you like having children with. I feel though, like this card came up for me in another reading recently, and I was really guided to looking at all the differences that you have in this family that's being presented here, right? Like you have kind of like a multiracial family being presented here, which is beautiful because it's like this harmonious energy between all the characters. However, with the opposition card coming up, it's making me wonder if your person is feeling like you guys have some fundamental differences. It doesn't necessarily specifically have to mean anything about like the race or anything. That's just the illustration in the card, but hopefully you guys get what I mean. It's like, it's about, there's something different between the two of you. This person may also be more focused right now on their legacy. So what I want to do next is we're going to move into the next part of the reading where we're going to take a look at how they actually feel. So I'm going to put the tarot cards back in the deck. We're going to place these cards here off to the side. I'm going to keep your person's cards out here just to kind of anchor us in their energy of where they stand. And now we're going to take a look more in depth on their feelings. So hopefully that introduction helped you guys to identify whether or not this was your reading, okay? So let's go ahead and see for group number 1. Shuffling on camera. This deck is really hard to shuffle, so I apologize for how clumsy it is. All right, so for pile 1, how is their person feeling about them and about this connection right now? So we have a 3 of Swords, Queen of Cups reversed, 6 of Wands, clarifying the 3 of Swords, 10 of Cups reversed, clarifying the Queen of Cups reversed, 7 of Cups reversed. Oh, goodness. And clarifying the 6 of Wands, we have a Tower card reversed. Yeah, so I definitely think that they want to repair it. There's definitely indication of that with the Tower card there in reverse. I want to pull one more Oracle card for you guys. So let's go ahead and see. How is this person currently feeling about pile 1? Freedom. Wow. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting, guys. It's like, especially with this divine feminine and this like surrender energy, this person is in a place right now where they're really just wanting to like release, they're wanting to release something about this connection. I feel like this person has been in a lot of pain over the conflict that's been happening in your relationship. It feels like this could have been a breakup situation potentially for some of you, which would make a lot of sense as to why like you guys were showing up with this grief energy and we had that opposition, right? Like 3 of Swords reversed with the 10 of Cups. I'm sorry, 3 of Swords with the 10 of Cups reversed is definitely making me feel like this person is feeling a lot of hurt and heartache around like the disillusion of this connection. You know, the 10 of Cups reversed is sort of like when we see like a family breakup, or we have like this energy of, you know, all of our hopes and dreams coming crashing down to the ground as it pertains to something. It's like a reality check. This person has had a major reality check about this relationship, especially with that 7 of Cups reversed next to the 10 of Cups. Like both of these cards for me sort of indicate like someone that's been shaken into a really tough wake-up call about something. So yeah, like right now I think they're feeling sad. You know, truthfully, I think they're feeling sad about whatever went down in this connection, and they're trying to kind of release it and let it go so that they can heal. Now, Queen of Cups reversed, I do feel as though this person is in a place right now where they might be feeling like you have emotionally detached from them, right? The Queen of Cups is very much an energy of like, you know, being caring, compassionate, kind, you know, kind of like that therapist energy, like the person that you can go to talk to. That's going to be that emotional support system for you. And I feel like they are upset maybe about the fact that you guys have pulled back on your energy a little bit, and that you have been maybe not as empathetic to them. This is a rude wake-up call for them. I'm also seeing here with the Queen of Wands that they may be perceiving you guys as being more like really confident in yourselves. Like I definitely see them as being very attracted to you, but I think that they also feel as though you want independence in a way, because this queen is very independent. I'm seeing the black cat here, which for me, cats are about being independent, which, you know, we have the freedom card here. So maybe this person is also feeling like you guys are wanting to be free of them with this emotional detachment, and then with this really confident, empowered energy of the Queen of Wands. I feel like some of them might be finding this energy a little bit intimidating. And you guys, with the conflict, remember what did we have here? We had this opposition of confrontation. So it's like, if this person is used to you being more of this like kind, caring, compassionate, you know, sort of loving energy, and you're showing up as a very bold Queen of Wands, I definitely feel like they are, you know, kind of like intimidated by that, which is why they're over here in this more like surrender energy. But we do have the Six of Wands with the Tower here in reverse. So I definitely feel like this person is going to want to repair this situation in the future. Like, we definitely have like this energy here of them starting to feel more confident in the connection, starting to take the lead in the connection to repair or rebuild that which was broken with that Tower card in reversed. I just think that right now, because maybe the hurt is so fresh, this is why they're not ready to take any sort of action, at least as it shows me here. So I want to pull from, oops, I don't think that's your message. I'm not getting that vibe, but let's see. I want to pull from the Archer's Love Oracle deck for some clarifiers, and then we're going to get some message cards to close it out. So clarifying this energy, please. How are they feeling? Commitment rings. Yeah, like this person, like I was saying, you guys, they were feeling like you're this commitment worthy person. You know, you had the 10 of Pentacles at the beginning of the reading, the 10 of Cups reversed here. It's like they're sad that this is not a committed connection is what I feel. Energy of love. They want the energy of love from you. I think they want you to be in this divine feminine, you know, more approachable to them. Clarifying the Six of Wands with the Tower. Therapy session. What did I say? That's so funny. I kind of feel like we also have nothing to worry about at the bottom. So I do kind of feel like this person, maybe their way of repairing this situation between the both of you is going to therapy. You know, this person might be someone who knows that maybe right now is not the time to like try to force anything, for either for themselves or for you. But like in the future, maybe the way that they're going to show that they want to repair it is through like therapy. Or if it's not literal therapy, maybe it's about just having more heartfelt conversations. So let's go ahead and see group one. I want to get some messages from your person. So let's see. For group number one, what would this person say to you if they were being totally honest and upfront with their feelings? Craving. The thought of you still does things to me. So they're very attracted to you. Again, with that Queen of Wands still. Let's see. They have like an addictive energy with that card as well. Mute. I've thought about reaching out to you, but then I stopped myself. You guys see, like, that's the vibe I'm getting. It's like right now they seem a little skittish or just like, you know, they're wanting support from you is what I feel. They want to feel supported and kind of like welcomed in a way, like before they're going to be ready to talk. We also have words. Our conversations still linger in my mind. I also think for some of you guys, like even if this is not about them returning, what it could be talking about though is like, you know, them starting to take action on some of these more like therapy-like conversations that you guys have had. You know what I mean? So for some of you that have been like married to this person, I definitely think that like they're literally going to take action based off of what they've learned in therapy about your connection. But if this is something that was not necessarily like in a marriage or super committed, I think it's more about like you guys for them were like a therapist in the past. And I think they feel sad that they don't have access to that anymore. But I feel like they want to take action on some of the things that you said to them. Like you guys really impacted them on a deep level. So pile one, I think that we will go ahead and close your reading out there, but I really hope that this resonated and that it helps you find the clarity you need about this situation. Please drop me a comment below, let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe and hit the bell. This way you guys are knowing whenever I'm uploading new content, and I will see you in a new reading very soon. Bye. Hey there, pile two. If you guys picked out the Spirit Quartz crystal with the Tarot de la Nuit, this is going to be your love reading. So we're going to be looking at how your person is currently feeling about you and about this connection. But I want to kick off your reading by first looking into kind of an energy check-in for the connection as a whole. So this will be kind of like your indication, you guys, whether or not this is the right reading for you. So as I'm getting into the dynamics that are at play in this connection, we're going to look at their energy versus yours versus the joining energy. If this scenario isn't really resonating, then this may not be your pile, okay? So keep that in mind. So the joining energy of this connection is the South Node with rejection. Your energy, my viewer, we have Spring, Mask, their energy, Inner Child, Divine Timing. Okay. I'm starting to feel very anxious, feelings-wise. So I kind of wonder if there's been some fears being triggered in this connection. I see that for both of you, actually, but someone in this connection, I think, struggles with anxious feelings in relationships. Let me clarify for group two. Clarifying the Spring and Mask for my viewer. Where do they stand? 5 of Wands. Okay. Clarifying the Inner Child and Divine Timing for their person. 10 of Swords. Wow. Yeah, it might be your person, you guys, with the anxiety with the Swords energy coming up here. So what I feel with the South Node being here in the joining energy is that this connection is maybe karmically tied. Because the South Node is talking about like our past lives, like our past karma. So there's something that's still kind of lingering from the past in this connection. So whether or not you guys believe in past lives or not, just essentially what this card is talking about is there's some sort of energy of being triggered by each other, or some sort of lesson that you're supposed to learn in love from this person and from this connection. And this goes for both of you because this is the joining energy. So it's not like just up to you to learn the lesson. It's up to this person to also learn something from this situation. We have rejection is actually divine protection. This isn't the joining energy, right? So it definitely feels as though both parties here are of the opinion that the rejection or going separate ways was probably the best for right now. And I definitely see that both of you are kind of working on your own things that you have going on. You know, rejection is divine protection. So it's like, even though you guys were able to separate and maybe see the bigger picture in separation being what's right, I do think that there's still some sort of connection, some sort of a spiritual connect to this person that is lingering for the both of you. So for you guys, my viewer, you're coming up with Spring, the Mask, and the 5 of Wands. I feel like from your perspective in this connection, there's this feeling of there has been a lot of conflict here with the 5 of Wands. Like something has felt tricky or difficult. I'm feeling like for you guys, because this 5 of Wands is sort of depicting like two people that are just distant from each other. So I'm getting that there was like a disconnect emotionally with you and this person, or dissatisfaction around being able to like problem solve and communicate. It's like you can see that both people here are clearly frustrated and feeling dejected in a sense. And there's a lot of snow, there's a lot of clouds, right? So it feels like from your perspective, things maybe felt really confusing. Maybe this person feels cold to you at times in the way that they were dealing with conflict. But the biggest thing I get from that is almost like this emotional availability energy of like feeling like maybe this person was just not able to like totally understand you, and maybe vice versa, because the 5 of Wands is a conflict energy where we're not understanding each other. I'm also getting for you guys, my viewer, that like with the Spring energy here, I feel like you guys maybe wanted or want some sort of a fresh start with this person, some sort of a new beginning with this person. But maybe with the Mask card, it was a little bit challenging for you to reveal that to them. You know what I mean? This is making me think of someone that's not fully comfortable being themselves, not fully comfortable totally speaking up and advocating for what it is that they want. So maybe doing it in ways that were more passive or passive aggressive, and that just wasn't landing in the communication of things. it was creating an imbalance. It was creating that conflict. Now, for your person over here on the right-hand side, this person feels like just done. Like, not necessarily, I don't mean necessarily like done with you per se. We're going to see when we get into their feelings, but the Ten of Swords is sort of like rock bottom. Like, I definitely think that something about this relationship very much triggered this person, where they were probably getting very anxious. They were overthinking things a lot. And they're in this place of literally feeling just like, it can't get any worse than this. They were very triggered. And the reason I'm saying triggered is because we have the inner child card here. So it's like something about this person's inner child and some healing that they need to do around their childhood was triggered by this connection, which makes sense again with the South Node being here. I feel like for you guys, the lesson was about the way you're showing up in the connection and being your authentic selves, really advocating for what it is that you want. Whereas for this person, it was something about the dynamics of their childhood that might have been replayed in this connection that triggered them. Some of you guys, I'm getting another message here that maybe you and this person never actually dated yet, because, but you have some sort of draw or pull to each other. And maybe because this person is going through this time of healing and hitting this rock bottom, this is kind of where this more elevated perspective on rejection is coming from. Like right now, maybe it's not right for us to be together because we're both going through things, especially my person. But there's still a desire there for something new. This person might have been going through their own stuff, even outside of you and outside of this connection for some. But we also have divine timing with your person. So this is kind of about them needing time, needing space to work on themselves, but also about allowing things to happen in divine timing, meaning when the timing is right for all, which we can't necessarily put a time frame on. You know what I mean? And I wonder if timing was something that you guys were having conversations about in this connection, like wanting certain things to happen within a certain time. And this person needs things to happen in divine timing, if that makes sense, when it feels right to them, when they feel ready for it. So what I'm going to do next, pile 2, we're going to put these tarot cards back in the deck. We are going to put these cards off to the side. Okay, keeping your person's cards here so we're anchored in their energy. Now we're going to take a look at their specific feelings, okay? So let's go ahead and see for pile 2 how their person is feeling right now about them and about this connection. Justice. Yeah. Queen of Wands. This deck is so beautiful. The Lovers in reverse. Clarifying Justice. The Wheel. Wow. Definitely karma coming up big time here. We have the Star. Clarifying the Lovers in reverse. 3 of Swords. Wow. At the bottom of the deck, we have Temperance in reverse. Yeah, you guys, like the timing for this person is not right, I think, for whatever it is that you might be wanting. That's what I feel. At least that's what I feel they feel. So let me see. I want to get one more oracle card here. I think I might, hold on, let me turn off this. Turn off that lamp so the light's a little bit better. All right, let's see. Wow, soul connection. It's so beautiful. Like, but you see, guys, with the effort coming up, I do feel like this person, it's like, I feel like you're wanting more effort from them, and they feel as though that like they should be putting in more effort. But for whatever reason right now, they just don't, I don't think that they feel that they can do it, okay? So like the soul connection is beautiful because this definitely tells me that your person feels this connection with you. You're not imagining that there's a connection, like it's valid, it's real, you guys are both feeling it. This is also indicated here by the Lovers card, even though it is reversed, which we'll get into in a second. But it just feels like this person right now with the Temperance card reversed, it's like not a good time for them to be investing in a relationship. I think things feel a little bit uncomfortable for them right now when they think about having to pour effort into something. And I feel like this person right now may be really struggling with just trying to find a sense of peace in their life just in general, okay? So we have the Justice card with the Wheel. So yeah, like this is definitely talking about kind of going back to this rejection energy. It's like I feel as though your person, they feel like just right now they need to do what's right. Doing the fair and right thing for all involved, because justice is very much about doing the right thing versus like what I want to do necessarily. It's kind of like being neutral about something. And again, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like there's something here about changes within this connection, changes within this person's life right now, which is kind of making them feel as though like it's not the right timing, it's not the right thing for me to do anything other than like maybe walk away from this for now because I have my own things that I need to heal, right? This is also kind of going back to like that South Node energy. This is also kind of confirming that the two of you are working through some sort of karma or helping each other out in this lifetime through working through some sort of triggers. And for your person, this could be about like some sort of changes. I'm also seeing here that we have 3 women in this card. So for some of you guys, there could be another person involved here. Like I'm kind of getting that with the 3 of Swords too. Like maybe this person has recently gone through like a breakup or something, or there's some other person involved here. We'll see as the energy, as we keep going, but I do feel like that could be something for some of you. And if it's not another person, I do feel like it is sort of like this external situation where like they feel like walking away is the best thing right now. However, on a positive note, I do think this person, they feel incredibly drawn to you. Like they're very attracted to you. They see you as this gorgeous, beautiful, magnetic, confident woman or person. Excuse me. I don't know why I use that word, but hopefully you guys get what I mean. Like they see you as this beautiful magnetic person. And I do think that they hold a lot of, like, you really inspire this person. Like there's something about your confident, magnetic energy that really, really inspires this person to be better, to do better, to go after things that they want to go after. Like you seem like the type of person that this person looks at and they're like, wow, like how does pile 2 do all that they do? Like they're so amazing. But I also kind of feel like right now with the Star card, this person may be putting you up on a little bit of a pedestal. And I feel like they're doing this because they don't feel very good about themselves or very good about like where they're at within their personal life right now. You know what I mean? Because the Star card, it is a beautiful energy, but it can also be a very like imaginative energy where we're kind of thinking about things and imagining like what it could be like and aspiring to something, but it isn't always the energy of like really acting on it yet, okay? So we have the Lovers card reversed with the 3 of Swords. So I do think, again, kind of going back to the Temperance card and some of the other cards we saw, it's like I think in the future with this person, things will probably be a little bit misaligned right now. The Lovers reverse is kind of like them feeling like right now we need to maybe separate, we need to go our separate ways. The reason being because this person is dealing with a lot of heartbreak. That 3 of Swords, it's like I feel this person has been like, it's like brutal. You know what I mean? Look at this card. Her heart is literally sewn in on the top of her dress here, right? Can't really tell what she has in her hands. The card is really dark, but yeah, it's like I think this person just feels very vulnerable. Like they're in a very vulnerable state right now. And so for you guys, like I don't know, like every situation that I tap into is going to be, I mean, everyone's situation watching this will be slightly different. You know what I mean? But I don't necessarily know that this person has like an issue with you, because I feel like they see you as this like amazing, almost like unattainable person for them to get. It feels a lot like this person is really just dealing with their own stuff right now. Like some of them could be dealing with like legal stuff, like maybe they've been married and they're dealing with like the dissolution of a marriage or like a long-term relationship. Like there's just a lot of tough energy that they're fielding. So let's use the Archer's Love Oracle deck to get more info, and then we'll close it out with some message cards. So let's clarify how this person is feeling. We have emotions revealed. Kind of interesting because like the Mask card, you guys, was like kind of telling me that maybe you guys were a little bit unsure about revealing your emotions. Let's continue. Have fun. Okay. That's cool. Sexual desires. Yeah. They're very attracted to you. We also have healing here at the bottom. So that kind of confirms it. Like, I think right now this person would be able to probably manage more of a like fun connection with you, because they do find you very inspiring and very engaging. Like I feel your energy is good for this person in a lot of ways, because if they're down in the dumps, it's like you know how to pull them out of it. So I definitely feel like they are able to like have fun with you, or maybe even have more of a passionate type of connection with you, which we sometimes see with the Lovers reversed. But I think in terms of anything deeper right now, they're just not ready for it. So let's see, just like with these message cards, what your person would say to you if they were being honest about their feelings. Behavior. Please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. Yeah, what was I saying, guys? It's like, it really isn't you that's done anything wrong. It's like this person is going through their own stuff right now. We have issues. My family and upbringing are a bigger factor than I realized. Going back to that inner child, like there's something about their upbringing that is being triggered right now in a big way. What's on there? Okay, let's get one more. Oops. So we have puzzled. Something is still missing for me, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. Yeah. But I think it's like, it's because this person is not really in a place where they're healed, you know? I've thought a lot about you lately. So you've been on their mind, you guys. Like, it just feels like maybe something in this connection, again, it's like triggering some sort of fear response in them, but it's coming from stuff they need to work on, like in therapy. You know what I mean? Maybe. I don't want to project that onto them if it's not the case, but all right. I think we're going to go ahead and close things out here, group number 2, but I would really love to hear from you in the comments, like what aspects of this resonate with your situation. So let me know down below. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. This way you all are aware of whenever I'm uploading new content. And I'll see you guys in a new reading very soon. Bye. Hey there, group 3. If you guys picked out this clear quartz, this is going to be your reading. We're going to take a look at how your person is currently feeling about you in this connection. But we are going to start off with doing a little bit of an energy check-in. So the energy check-in is something I wanted to add into the reading so that you guys could make sure that you picked the right pile. So essentially what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be looking at kind of the joining energy between you and this person at this time, your position in the connection versus theirs. And then if that scenario that I'm describing doesn't feel true to your situation, then you'll probably need to pick a different pile, or there's always a possibility that there's not a message for you in today's video. That's always could be a thing too. So let's go ahead and start. So the joining energy of this connection, we have the 5th house of passion. Okay. Okay, we also have unavailable. Your energy, my viewer on the left, we have the energy of self-worth and healing. Their energy on the right. Wow, we have destruction And we have vibrations. Okay, let's get a tarot card for each of you. This is the Star Spinner Tarot, if y'all are curious. So for you guys, we have the Three of Cups. And for their energy on the right, okay, we have the Eight of Cups, but it flew out on your side, so I'm going to put it back in and try again for their energy. The Sun. Okay. So what I see here is that I think both of you guys are healing right now. And really kind of there's this emphasis on like wanting peace in a sense, because for them they have like vibrations, and for you, you've got healing. Both of these very like meditative kind of positions being shown here. So it's interesting because it's like you guys have this healing energy, but then you also have this joining energy of unavailable. This person is unable to give all you deserve. So it's like kind of this mutual thing right now, I guess, between the both of you, that maybe whatever each one of you is wanting is not possible at this particular time within this connection, okay? We also have the fifth house here. So this card specifically talks about passion, and you can see here, like we have this really beautiful, creative, kind of artistic image. So I feel like for a lot of you guys with this connection, something that might like bind or draw the two of you together is something to do with art, creativity, passions, hobbies, interests, like things that you both enjoy doing. Like you have this kind of shared hobbies or shared passions in life, and maybe this is what has connected you all along. This card can also be talking about more kind of like romantic or passionate kind of summer romance type of vibes is what I'm getting here. So I think that for a lot of you guys, there is like a physical chemistry between the both of you. There is passion about one another within this connection, but it's like on a deeper level, for some reason, both of you guys are in this place where you're like recognizing and acknowledging that you're not feeling as though you're able to get whatever it is that you're wanting from the other at this time. So it is kind of cool, like, that you both have these, like, healing vibrations coming up, because, like, I just feel like both of you guys are showing up as being very, like, self-aware and kind of, like, awakening or awakened, being able to really see the bigger picture of a situation and act accordingly. Now, for you guys, my viewer, you're here with healing, self-worth, and the Three of Cups. I feel like for you guys right now with this Three of Cups, it's like you may see this person as more of like a friend, or like a fun kind of connection, like a friends with benefits type of connection, something like that. I'm also feeling for some of you, this might be a wanting to reconcile with this person, because the Three of Cups is all about like, can also be about reuniting, returning from the past and reconciling with someone. There could also be like another third party influencing this connection as well from your perspective. So like that would kind of make sense with this available energy if one of you guys has like someone else in the picture or something else going on that's kind of preventing union. But I definitely feel with this person that like something about them has really helped you to awaken to your own sense of self-worth. You know, especially with healing coming up right next to it, it's like you guys are healing any issues around like self-esteem, self-worth, anything that triggered anything like that within you from this person. It's like you've awakened to what those things are, and now you're able to move accordingly with more confidence. Your person is also awakening here with the Sun card. And I think that with the destruction energy on your person side, it's like I feel like your person right now is either going through a very like rough patch in their life, like where something in their life has been totally uprooted, destroyed, maybe even something they've worked really hard on, like a creative project or something, I don't know, but it feels like your person is going through a tough time and they're doing everything they can to like raise their vibration, to stay uplifted and empowered. I definitely feel with the Sun card coming up that this person may also feel as though like they feel very good in your presence. Like there's a lot of joy to be experienced in this connection. I also think, though, that the sun is talking about illumination, right? It's about clarity. So I think this person is in a place where they've achieved clarity on something destructive in their life or potentially within this connection that is preventing them from being able to like come into union with you. So let's put the tarot cards back. We're going to set these guys off to the side. I'm going to keep your person's cards out so we can stay kind of anchored in their energy. And we're going to take a look and see how they're feeling about you more directly. So for group 3, I just realized you guys picked clear quartz, and clear quartz is all about clarity as well. So that's not a coincidence that you picked it, because it seems like both of you are on in a place where you're seeking that clarity. So how is this person feeling? Ace of Wands reversed. High Priestess reversed. King of Wands reversed. Okay, let's clarify this Ace of Wands. King of Cups reversed. We have the Hanged Man. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Devil card in reverse. This person is trying to kind of release like toxic patterns and maybe more like, let me see. Let me pull one more card before I get too deep into this. Hold on. Flirt. Okay. Okay, let's see. I feel like your person has a lot on their shoulders right now and they're exhausted because I'm tapping into their energy. And even though we don't have a lot of cards that like specifically indicate exhaustion here, it's like what I'm picking up on just like from them tapping into this energy is like I feel tired. I feel exhausted. I think this person is actively trying to like release burdens in their life with the Devil card in reversed. Okay. The Devil card reversed is actually a good sign because this is all about this person trying to shift into a healthier headspace around things in their life, especially with that destruction energy. So maybe what they're wanting to destruct in their life is unhealthy or toxic patterns or unhealthy relationships. I can also see this as an energy of wanting to resist temptation of this relationship, especially because we have a lot of indication here that this person is not really feeling up for that right now with some of these cards. It feels to me like right now this person can only engage so far, right? With the flirt card, this is sort of like lighthearted banter back and forth. It's not really like getting super deep into things just yet. This might be like an early stages of dating thing too. Like again, where maybe your person has gone through something external to this connection or is going through something external to this connection, right? Like maybe a breakup or something. It just feels like whatever it is very heavy for them. And so because of this, it's like they don't want to get sucked into any sort of situation that they're perceiving as being something that could potentially throw them off balance. So flirting feels safe right now is what I think. So looking here with the Ace of Wands with the the Knight of Cups reversed, I do feel like this person right now is sort of like showing up as not really being in the mood for like love and romance, okay? Usually this is when like we're feeling a little turned off about something, or we're feeling like we've been rejected, or maybe we're just kind of feeling like Literally, we're just not in the mood to extend ourselves in this way. Maybe this person also feels like they've made efforts in the past to try to extend like a romantic offer to you, and like maybe for whatever reason you just weren't picking up on it. Maybe they're perceiving you as having rejected them, because you guys did have the Three of Cups, which is kind of like maybe you have them in the friend zone, kind of. Maybe they feel as though you put them in the friend zone for some of you. I feel like this person at this time with the High Priestess card in reversed, I feel like there's been some sort of secret that's been illuminated to them, or some sort of information that they've received either from you or something within their intuition. Like something has been revealed to this person about this connection that is making them kind of need to take a pause, you know? The Hangman is sort of like when we need to put something to the side for a second to try to see it from a different perspective, try to see it from a higher perspective. So whatever information this person has learned is why there might be some stagnation here in this connection, because they're trying to understand it a little bit better so that they know how to move forward. I do see here, though, with the King of Wands reverse, that I think that this person right now is probably not feeling the most confident in themselves. And I'm seeing that with these reversals as well. It's like something about this connection right now, just it feels like it's challenging for them to invest in it and to really take the lead in going after it. I think that they will be better with like kind of slower, more practical moves forward. And honestly, you guys, I'm kind of getting that this person almost wants to take a more careful approach to relationships anyway. Like all of our passion cards, like the Ace of Wands, the King of Wands, even the Knight of Cups, right? Like all of those are reversed, but we have our more slow moving cards in the upright. So it's like this person, I think, is wanting to like really make sure about someone or about you before they start to really put in a lot of effort and dedicate themselves over to the situation, through a lot of decisive action, if that makes sense. But I definitely think, kind of going back to this unavailable energy, like I can definitely see that your person right now, they are a little bit emotionally unavailable. Let's get some clarifiers here with the Archer's Love deck. Let's see, what else? So we have placeholder. We have you can do better. We have ready for romance, or ready for love. Leave it be at the bottom. So yeah, okay. So yeah, you know, you guys, like I title the reading blunt for a reason, and sometimes it's the cards that are blunt and it's not even me. So, you know, it feels like this person, when it came to this connection, when it comes to this connection, it's like in the past, remember we had this fun, flirty energy here with the 5th house? I definitely think that in the past, this person saw you as someone that was like attractive and like, you know, they had like this intrigue, like they were intrigued by you. But I also think that like they saw you maybe as like a means to an end, if that makes sense. Like when I think of a placeholder, I think of like we're keeping someone around until we feel like the thing we really want comes along. So remember I was picking up on a third party in the beginning. So maybe this person is kind of like secretly longing for someone else, or it really could be any situation why they're doing this, you guys. I mean, they are emotionally unavailable. So it could even just be that like this person just needed someone to make them feel good for a little while, until they were ready to move on to something different. It's like they saw this as more of a temporary connection. And now in the present energy here, with them putting things on pause and doing some reflection, it definitely feels like they've come to this conclusion that they can do better. And they also might be thinking, you guys, that you, my viewer, can do better as well. You know what I mean? Because I feel like because the unavailable energy is showing up as the joined energy, that both of these, really all of these messages can pertain to like both parties in this connection. Like They might feel like you kept them as a placeholder because you guys had the friend zone card, right? They might be feeling as though you kept them as a placeholder and you, my viewer, can do better. But it can also be vice versa, where they were keeping you as a placeholder and they think they can do better. You know what I mean? It feels like a lot of mirroring energy in this connection. But I do see that they're ready for love. They're slowly starting to open up for love, but I don't see them really actually taking any action toward anything. It feels like they're going to be very careful and cautious with anyone, like literally anyone who would come into their life at this point. And you know what's interesting? I just realized at the bottom of this deck here, we have the self-worth card for the deck that I shuffled here. So there's mirroring energy happening. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Closing it out with some message cards. I want to look to see what they would say to you if they were being honest about how they felt. Promise, I will come back for you. Interesting. You know what else I think, guys? I almost feel like the you can do better can also be referring to their situation here. You know, like, I feel like they want to be able to do better by someone like you or by you in general. And whatever their circumstances are right now seem very chaotic. You know, like, I feel so drained tapping into their energy. So it kind of makes sense that, like, maybe in the past, whatever lighthearted connection you've had was more of like a placeholder for what they're really wanting, because they just really wanted to connect with you, you know? But this person, I think, also feels like they need to do better in order to bring someone like you into their life in a meaningful way. We have Muse. You inspire me. Yes, exactly what I was saying. Like, let's see. Lessons. Karma is a B. I finally got mine. So they're definitely not happy, I don't think, with how things have gone here. We also have behavior. Please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. Yeah. So I think I'm going to go ahead and close it out there for you, Group 3. But this was definitely a really interesting reading. So I would love to hear from you in the comments which aspects you feel resonated with your situation. So please let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. This way you're notified of when I'm uploading new content. And I'll see you in a new one really soon. Bye.